I'm Alexandra, and I was AD and makeup. Oh, and script supervisor, and everything Evan didn't want to do.
Hey, I'm Ben. I'm Gritman on this set, and what that means is I basically take care of all the equipment and stuff, set everything up, break everything down.
I'm Luke, and I did some drone stuff and some boom mic, and I'm gonna be doing some camera work.
I'm Sydney, and I did Zoom. It's like the little box thing that you click the buttons and then you hear the sounds.
I did this thing, the marker. I was the marker.
So my name is Colton Tapp, and I was cast as the lead Miles Cooper, although after seeing the end of day 3 footage yesterday, I'm thinking I got demoted to featured background because I worked out for like 3 hours and none of it ended up on there, so appreciate that, Evan. Pretty sure I did some pretty sweet pull-ups about 500 times. Who gets all the screen time? My man Matthew? Okay, cool.
Hello, my name is David. I was director of photography.
My name is Crystal Cook, and I am playing Ashley in The Boundary.
Hey, what's up? I'm Evan Hara, and I am the director of The Boundary.
I'm playing the lead, who is a injured fighter pilot who is no longer in commission after being discharged, I would suppose, for my injury. And now I have been called upon by NASA to no longer fight pilots in the sky, but to fight the whole.
I play Ashley. I play Miles's wife. We met when I saved his life, and kind of got married. And then he's going to space, and he's not really honest with me, but I'm still supportive because, I love him. But he just doesn't really tell me the whole truth.
So basically with The Boundary, we started out, it was me and Brad Korn, he's a producer. We started out, I remember I saw Interstellar, and then I just fell asleep that night, and I woke up with like this idea, like, why don't I make a feature film? And I was like, okay. I talked to myself. And then basically I just started like writing, and we spent a year writing it and getting everything ready. And then we had like 3 months of prepping for production. And we got this awesome cast and crew.
My biggest struggle was the dog tags, for sure. Making sure that he had the dog tags on all the time.
Probably the biggest problem for me was just location and trying to get there. I live a little bit farther away, so driving was fun. It was very long and tedious, but it was so worth it.
Well, I live like 50 minutes away from here, so it made things difficult.
Every time we're getting ready for something, Evan's usually rushing, like, everyone, because that's what directors do. And I'll be, like, doing makeup, and he'll be like, how much time? I'll say, like, 5 minutes to 3.
On the way to the gym, we decided to cram 6 people into a seat made for 3 people. I got to know Ben very well during that trip.
The one day we shoot drone stuff, it was like 40-mile-an-hour winds. Oh, I had to sit there with the drone for like a long time.
Blake, he's a great guy. He's part of the crew on set. Evan asked Blake to do marker once, and Blake, he holds it right in front of the camera, and then Evan's like, okay, yeah, Blake, can I see Clapper? And then he hands it right to John, which is also part of our crew, and he asks John to do marker.
My name is John Kim, and I'm the real marker boy, unlike Blake.
Blake, I wasn't sure he always knew what he was doing.
On Saturday, we did a table read, and Evan was supposed to order food after we were done, but before before one of the actors got there. It was 6, and Evan's parents left, and he's like, okay, we'll go get some pizza. We'll order some pizza here.
So I didn't starve Blake. You guys left, right, and came back?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I assume they ate when they did that, but
No, we were running errands for you.
You're right. They were running errands for me, actually. So never mind. I sent them to go get the costumes. That was the day before. Everything was last minute. They were out getting costumes. They came back, and then Crystal showed up, and then I told them we'd get pizza, and then like Crystal left, and they're like, "Where's pizza?" I was like, "Oh, forgot."
That was bad.
Evan wants this shoot to be as wide open as possible, very shallow depth of field, and that presents a challenge because shallow depth of field plus lots of slider movement equals a lot of focusing.
The first day, Evan left me outside for about 45 minutes. because he didn't tell me where the new location was gonna be for the shoot. And it was raining.
How long have I known Evan? Known you since I was 14, so let's see, about 3 years now.
On my way to shooting one day, there were 2 tornadoes on either side of the highway, so we couldn't get on, and so I was like 20 minutes late. It was dramatic.
When we finally got the drone working, we launch it into the air. They go off on the ATVs. I'm following them with the drone. And we look up, and all we see is just Evan sprinting after the drone. Like, he's literally like jumping in the air and like putting his hands in the air and running after the drone. We had no idea what he was doing. And then he came back, he's like, oh, sorry guys. And then he did it again. On the second time we flew the drone. And I still don't know what the crap he was doing.
I don't recall doing that. It was very stressful because it was a week before shooting. We didn't have our Ashley yet. No, it was a day before shooting.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we got Crystal a day before shooting.
Yeah, day one of our last scenes, right as I'm being rescued by my future wife, Ashley, I recall us getting dragged into a tent where it was supposed to be this emotional thing where she's fixing me up, pulling the shrapnel out of my nose and eyes and everything, and about to maybe give her a kiss, put my arm around her. And Evan gets this great idea of, let's throw some logs in the water, which sounds good on paper, but when he misses the water by about 25 standard deviations of your choice and almost hits us in the head.
Oh, when we finished shooting the scene where I rescue Miles, it was trying to take us back so we could get out of wardrobe and start packing everything up and get ready to leave. There's a tree here, and then there was brush, scenery, forest all over here, and Evan was trying. I don't know why he decided to try and back up like this, but it just did not work. We kind of got to where it was the truck was just like in between the tree and the brush. Like it was a lot of, okay, here we go. And we finally made it.
The first film I did with you was actually, you asked me to come over to your house just to make like this short little film. And it was this spy film that we did in the summer. And so we're outside in ski masks and black shirts and black pants. And it's like 150 degrees out there. We thought it was the coolest thing. And honestly, I still think it's the coolest thing, because that was basically like the first film that I was in that I actually liked. So it's kind of like an emotional thing for me to look back at that and be like, this is the first thing I've done with Evan, and to see that and see where he's at right now, shooting this big production now, The Boundary, to see where he's come. It blows me away.
I learned that Evan's the coolest person. Yeah, that's it.
I learned that always give respect to your directors, because if you don't do that, then you're gonna be doing a crappy job. Let me tell you. I almost dropped that. If you don't give respect to your director, then you're gonna have an attitude, and that attitude is gonna cause everyone else to have an attitude.
I guarantee you this is gonna happen at least once, where we start a render and like 5 minutes into the render, it's like a 4-hour render. 5 minutes into the render, you notice, oh my gosh, I completely forgot to turn on one of the layers.
No, actually the four-wheeling was pretty fun, especially with the drones flying around and everything, and us freaking hitting those bumps and stuff. Yeah. Getting paid to four-wheel. What's up?
Oh, Alex. But she's been an amazing AD, and Sydney's been awesome, of course, just kind of being the right hand. So yeah, gotta speak up for the women of the crew.
One thing where I always love learning more about is how not just directors, but specifically directors work with people, what their style is, and it's kind of cool seeing how somebody as young as Evan, but professional, takes that approach and deals with different people, whether it's a cast, crew member, somebody just helping out for the day, PA.
You have to have a fun crew, or else it's just really not going to work. I mean, Ben said it earlier, you have to you can't have any negativity on set. Everybody has to be able to work together, and that's how you're going to make an awesome production.
But yeah, I mean, we have the best crew in Texas, so there's nothing. We literally have the best crew in Texas. They'll go through anything. I've worked with them worked with a lot of them for about 2 films now, 2 bigger films, but yeah. I
submitted to this film thinking it was like a college student film. I looked at the video that was on Vimeo just to kind of get an example of, who they were as filmmakers, what what kind of quality of work they could produce, and just the quality itself made me think that they were college kids. I was like, of course they're in college, I'm going to submit. And so showed up here for the table read, and Alex comes to the door, and I'm sitting here, is your mommy home? I just like, so is this your sister's film? You know, I was thinking all these things, or your brother's film, all these things in my head. But I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna wait to see. Then Evan walks in. He's like, "Hi, I'm Evan." Hi. How old are you? But they're still really young, so I was thinking maybe 17, 18, 15. Evan is 15 years old. What? So I was a little blown away by that. Just the fact that he's 15 and the quality of work that he's producing with his awesome crew, just the professionalism on set. I've worked on several local short films, and some of them not so professional. And so when you come onto a set like this with these young, talented crew, you're blown away. You know that they're going far.
I don't know how many people are on this crew. I haven't taken time to count, but I'm pretty sure it's the biggest group of teen prodigies I've ever seen in my life. And every single one of you guys is freaking awesome.
And Marker.